In the personal story segment tonight, Republican Congresswoman Michele Bachmann is not afraid to take on President Obama. That's why we like her. Now she's hammering the president for his approach to the global financial crisis at the G20 summit.
President Obama is trying to bind the United States into a global economy where all of our nations come together in a global economy. I don't want the United States to be in a global economy where our economic future is bound to that of Zimbabwe. We can't necessarily trust the decisions that are being made financially in other countries.
With us now, the aforementioned Congresswoman Bachmann. Well, our economy might be in the same situation as Zimbabwe soon, Congresswoman.
If we don't reverse course.
Okay, so you're talking about we don't want to be in the global economy. I'm going to play devil's advocate with you. Okay, we got the IMF, we got the World Bank, we got the World Trade Organization, we have the UN, and we're at the G20 with all of our friends. I mean, isn't that cat already out of the bag? I mean, we are in the global economy, are we not? That's the way commerce is done.
Trade has happened since the dawn of mankind. From the first two individuals that ever walked the face of the earth, we've always had trade. That's not the point. We've always had trade, always will. That's a good thing. The point is, if you look just at the example of the EU, when Greece had all of their problems, that almost the tiniest economy in all of the European Union brought down, essentially, to its knees, the European Union. Do we really want to tie our wagon to the fortunes of Venezuela
no, but we're tied
of
Zimbabwe?
To China. Well, that's right, we are, because they've been buying our debt.
Right,
and
so that is a global, we are in a global economy, are we not? I mean,
yes,
I think
but we don't want to become more dependent. That's really the point I'm making. We don't want to be global service, because remember what the president's comment was. He said in order for the economy to recover, it would require that no country have an undue advantage. Well, what does that mean?
Well, he clearly doesn't believe in American exceptionalism. I mean, he kind of pays it lip service from time to time, but that's
a big deal. That's a big deal.
He said, well, the Greeks believe in Greek exceptionalism, and the Brits believe. I mean, it's just all kind of a. Let's talk about these big global conferences that I happened to be in Toronto last weekend, so I got a close look at this craziness on the ground. $1 billion it cost Toronto to build that fence. I'm hoping they understand why Israel has its own fence now, because they had to build their fence in Toronto.
And it worked.
Yeah, they had to build this fence, got smashing store fronts. And what is really accomplished at any of these G20s? Why don't they go on like I don't know, some website, some like GoToMeeting. They sponsor my radio. Go to GoToMeeting.com, and everyone can meet on that. I mean, it's insanity.
Well,
why do we need to do this?
About the only thing that was accomplished is that the rest of the world lectured the United States president that maybe he should be a little bit more frugal with the taxpayers' dollars. That's about the extent of what was accomplished.
Does it bother you to be, you're always at the center of the storm. I mean, you are, for the left, you're the persona non grata. I mean, I'm on that wall too, but you and Palin are really kind of the dynamic duo for the left. They love going after you. Does it bother you, or is it kind of empowering?
Well, it's not something that I consider that status. I know that I'm about the #1 top target for Nancy Pelosi to defeat. That I do know.
Not a lot of long afternoon teas with Nancy, I assume.
I'm still waiting for the invitation to go have tea on the balcony.
Never do any of that? I thought you people I thought you hung and you got along together. I want to talk about this immigration issue. The president tomorrow giving a big speech. I just talked to Congressman Gutierrez about it, who is such a nice man. It's almost hard to debate him because he's so. I mean, we want to enforce the border. I mean, I don't want to laugh in someone's face, but you always say you want to enforce the border. Just enforce the border.
Then do it. Then build the fence.
But the president is going to unveil his new plan, and apparently he's just going to keep doubling down on really unpopular policies.
Well, remember what happened this week when the president sent his envoy down to Jan Brewer, the governor of Arizona, to say, guess what, we're going to send double the money down to Mexico that we're going to give to you, Arizona, in order to secure that border. They aren't doing squat. That's part of the problem. They aren't securing the border.
Do you know they have, I think, 120 border officials in a liaison office down at the border? So 527 National Guard troops are going to Arizona. I mean, I guess they're going to be giving out water jugs. I'm not sure exactly what they're doing, but
kind of like the Census Bureau did.
Yeah,
kind of like the Census people to give out stuff, free stuff.
Those are jobs saved or created by the Obama administration. Census workers, where was all the job growth was. But do you think the president is really going to try to push something through this year? That's not possible, is it?
On amnesty?
Yeah.
Oh, I think he wants to. I think the president definitely wants. The public have said, no, I don't think so. But there's no question he wants to.
85% of the country doesn't think we're doing enough. They want the National Guard troops to be at the border. They want our border enforced. Yet Democrats.
Don't you love the American people?
Well, I
love the American people.
I think they're coming to understand that even if they think President Obama is the nicest guy and he's a nice dad and they love his family and the daughters are cute, that these policies do not work. Are the Republicans up to governing? That's my question to you, Congresswoman.
Of course.
A lot of my listeners,
yes,
they see some of the performances at these confirmation hearings, a little too light on Kagan, and they're not happy.
I think we've got a lot of great candidates out there, and really the question is constitutional conservatism. And ask people, would you vote for another bailout? That's really a signature question. Will you vote for 100% repeal of health care? Not negotiating with Obamacare, flat out repeal.
I think the American worker says, where's my bailout?
No kidding.
It's never coming to the American
That's right.
worker. They just want us to open our wallets.
That's
great
right.
to see
Stop
you.
the spending and
Great to see you, Congresswoman.
Good to see you.
All right. And up next on the